Hello, big, big world. So there's this idea, and I think it's something that I'm experiencing in my life, where there's data, just things that we learn, new data, and then we learn it, and then we test it, and then we add new data. And so I think they refer to that as informational learning. There's data, you test it, and then you add new data. And so the more data you add, the more you learn, and the more you experience. And so every time that I add new data, just about anything, we'll say health data, there's this discomfort. There's that, like, oh, I didn't know that. I just learned something new. And there's, like, for me, there's a little bit of like guilt or shame that kind of comes from that. Why didn't I already know that? And so to actually like own my place, own my worth, take up space, it's something that is new, and I feel like, is this okay? I'm so used to having somebody else tell me what is and is not okay. And so I'm gonna get a little spiritual here for a second. So if you don't like this, you just scroll right on by. That I trust God. I trust the infinite God more than I trust my finite self. And that, like, I trust God, that God is with me even when I don't acknowledge it. I don't acknowledge that God is with me. And so I try to make decisions on my own. And sometimes it works out great and sometimes it doesn't. But that when I try to make decisions on my own, that I forget that God is there. And whether I acknowledge it or not, God has always been there. Even when I have felt like I have to do this all alone, I have to do this by myself. And that's when I experience the fear. So fear and faith are the same thing. It's a belief about something that hasn't happened yet. And so do I want to be motivated by fear, or do I want to be motivated by faith? And when I acknowledge that God is with me no matter what, then it's a lot easier for me to come from a place of faith and take a breath and take a moment and say, I don't need to make a decision about this today. I gotta wait until I feel more confident. So that's my thought for today.